I hope you have all enjoyed the meal provided by our incoming chair, Meredith Weigers, and let us do the cooking. Thank you. Please keep on eating if you have not finished yet. Before you hear from our guest speaker and learn more about our Chamber Awards, I want to take the opportunity to update you on our environment, some of the tasks we have accomplished, and the opportunities before us. Tonight, as we reflect on the theme of our bright future, I want to start by looking back at the past 2 years. It has been a time of transition for me personally and for the Greater Killeen Chamber of Commerce. Last year, I had the privilege of attending the Association of the United States Army's Eisenhower Luncheon in Washington, D.C. During the event, I heard General Mark Milley, the 39th Chief of Staff for the United States Army, talk about an idea. His idea of why we fight. The idea states, here in America, we will have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And it says that all of the people, regardless of whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight or anything in between. It doesn't matter if you're black or white or Asian or Indian or any other ethnic group. It doesn't matter what your country of origin is or the spelling of your last name. It does not matter if you're a Catholic or Protestant, Muslim or Jew, and it doesn't matter if you don't believe at all. It does not matter if you're rich or poor or common or famous. In this country, in this United States, under those colors of red, white, and blue, in this country, all Americans are created free and equal. And we will rise or fall based on our merit, and we will be judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. That is the core organizing principle of the United States of America. So much is said in the news about differences regarding race, religion, and equality. However, I'm proud to be here in the middle of Texas, right next to the largest military installation in the world, as the first Muslim naturalized American citizen, chairman of the Greater Killeen Chamber of Commerce. This evening is the last time that I will stand before this audience as your chairman. When I joined the chamber in 2006, I had no idea that I would end up here on this stage. Exactly 2 years ago, when I became chairman, the city of Killeen enacted a series of budget reductions in reaction to its financial challenges. The reductions included a 50% decrease in the city's payment to the Chamber for Economic Development Services and a 50% decrease to the Killeen Economic Development Corporation, which provides incentive funding to new businesses. Those reductions created a challenge that remains today. The first thing we did to address this challenge was create options for eliminating elements in our plan of work and the associated expenses. Our board then evaluated those options and acted in support of removing certain elements and expenses. We also organized a planning retreat to find ideas for replacing those lost funds and conducted many meetings with chamber staff and our hired consultant, Power 10. As a result of this rigorous collaborative process, we created the Fort Hood Region Economic Development Foundation and the 14 Forward campaign. Our original intention was to use the money raised from the campaign to restore the elements we had removed. Instead, we created new goals. Goals we had long deferred, mainly due to lack of resources. Those goals are grow business and investment, 2,250 jobs over 5 years specifically, promote Fort Hood, and strengthen infrastructure to improve quality of place. Today, we are pursuing those new goals. We have raised a little more than $1.75 million in funding from our chamber members. We have put appropriate governance in place. We have hired staff. Difficult and risky decisions were made by our board to get us to this point. At the same time, we have continued to execute those elements of our plan of work that we retained. Each of our sectors have played an integral role in this execution. First, our military relations sector attended and participated in 48 events on post and hosted 11 events for senior commanders in the community, participated in or led 50 meetings of the Central Texas Fort Hood chapter of the Association of United States Army, led 4 trips to the U.S. Army's National Training Center with 42 participants, organized a ceremony to present the Great American Defense Award to 7 cities and 3 counties in Central Texas. Second, our investor services sector recruited 664 new members, sold out LeaderCast 2017 and 2018. Our Vice President of Investor Services has joined the LeaderCast host site advisory board, and LeaderCast for Women is being planned next month. Hosted our Flavors of Central Texas events in 2017 and 2018 with more than 1,800 attendees and 87 vendors. Within the sector, our Public Education Council organized annual events, including new teacher showcases and 8th grade and high school career days. Our Nonprofit Council held 29 meetings, included membership meetings, business over breakfast, and industry tours. Our Information Technology Council held cybersecurity and fraud seminars. Our public policy sector organized a Jimmy Don Aycock appreciation dinner and the official Interstate Highway 14 signing ceremony. Hosted luncheons and receptions for 10 national, state, and local elected officials, including U.S. senators and congressmen, our state senator, and all 3 local state representatives. Conducted a legislative tour of our community, including Fort Hood, for members of the legislature and their staff at the beginning of the 2017 session, and have started working on the event for the 2019 session. Joined the U.S. Chamber of Commerce's lawsuit to stop excessive overtime rules, supported the Killeen Independent School District bond issue. Our business development sector counseled 867 individuals and conducted 71 workshops through our Business Resource Center, provided 30 customized proposals to investors, organized 25 meetings for the Killeen Economic Development Corporation, drafted 7 performance agreements for new community projects, attended 13 trade shows and similar marketing events across the U.S. The MPCA Chemical Company, with $23 million, soon to be $38 million in new capital investment. Solex with 180 new jobs in downtown to go along with 175 existing jobs there. 140 new jobs at Blackboard Student Services, and 150 new jobs at Z Modular, a new company in the Killeen Business Park. Our communications sector launched a new website with advertising and internet marketing capabilities, posted 171 stories to the website, wrote and placed 53 new releases and stories in local media, won first place for Best Magazine at the Texas Chamber of Commerce Executives Association Media Awards, provided weekly electronic newsletters to members and quarterly newsletters to targeted audiences. And finally, our talent development and place design sector continued our annual Leadership Killeen program to focus on leadership skills development and graduating classes of approximately 20 professionals each year, participated through our Young Professionals organization in 42 meetings and events that allowed them to contribute $7,557 to the city for new equipment at Stewart Park and more than $120,000 to Central Texas College and Texas A&M University, Central Texas for scholarships. Organized a mural painting in downtown Killeen at the corner of Gray Street and Avenue D. My point to this recap proves that what American entrepreneur and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman said is indeed true. No matter how brilliant your mind or strategy, if you're playing a solo game, you will always lose out to a team. Even though I will no longer be the chairman, I'm proud to say that I'm a member of the Greater Killeen Chamber of Commerce team. I hope you are proud to be a member also. Now, I would like to ask our board of directors to please stand. None of the tasks I mentioned could have been accomplished without their help, support, and graciousness in responding to my late-night emails. Please give them another round of applause. Also would like to thank some of my mentors who have helped and supported me in these last 2 years, Mr. Wallace Vernon, Mr. Bill Cleaver, and Mr. Charlie Watts. Thank you. I would like to thank the chamber staff for answering my calls and emails. I know Ms. Rebecca is probably very happy that she will not have to get so many calls from me anymore. I'm sure Ms. Heather will not miss my frequent requests for financial updates. And I know Mr. Crutchfield will be bored on Fridays since we used that time from 3 to 5 to fix all the world's problems. But seriously, John kept me on course as we navigated some very difficult decisions in these last 2 years, and he made it all look so easy. So thank you, John, and all the chamber staff for supporting me. Finally, I would like to thank the person who keeps my life in order. I'm sure several of you have talked to her and emailed her, my executive assistant, Courtney Kissel. She's here today. I know there are many times I take her for granted, and although I know probably don't say it enough, I hope she realizes how important her help is to me. So she does her best to make sure that I am where I need to be, and I'm sure that I would be lost without her. So thank you, Courtney. Thank you for the role you have all played in my journey, and thank you to everyone here tonight for your continued support to our Greater Killeen Chamber of Commerce. God bless our community, God bless Texas, and God bless the United States of America. Now it is my pleasure to invite Meredith Weigers to come forward to introduce our guest speaker this evening.